It will help small business, not just barbershops, but all small businesses.
The census count has vast implications for American life. It affects distribution of federal aid, and it's used to determine the number of House seats for each state. Under President Trump, though, what has been usually a bureaucratic task done every 10 years now has a partisan tone.
This time, whether undocumented immigrants can be excluded from the 2020 census.
The census impacts everything from how much money a community receives for schools to where supermarkets and hospitals are built.
In 2019, the Supreme Court rejected Trump's plans to add a citizenship question to the census, which experts said would have discouraged the count of both legal and undocumented immigrants.
So you don't have to be a citizen. It's been that way from the beginning, but the practice has been to count everyone who is in the United States as of a particular date. So the date that's been chosen is April 1st in years ending in 0.
But in July 2020, Trump signed a memo to exclude undocumented immigrants, an unprecedented move in U.S. history. Teresa Sullivan, a professor of sociology at the University of Virginia, looked into what would happen if that portion of the population is excluded.
What we find is that basically there's going to be 3 seats that change compared with what it would have been if you left the unauthorized immigrants in. Texas, instead of getting 3 seats, would get 2 seats. New Jersey would lose a seat. California would lose a seat. And then there are winners. Well, one of them is Alabama, who filed that one case in federal court. Alabama would not lose a seat. Minnesota would not lose a seat. And Ohio would not lose a seat.
Sullivan says there are questions about how the Trump administration will figure out which census respondent is undocumented or not. But the issue, she adds, it's not how many seats will shift, but the idea of a slippery slope.
If you begin removing the unauthorized immigrants from this, and probably doing it without adequate data, what else are you going to do without adequate data down the road? That is what I think is concerning.
In October, the Supreme Court cut short the census count by 2 weeks, siding with the government, which said it needed to end it early to give the final count to Trump by December 31st. That deadline, critics say, will ensure that regardless of the outcome in the November election, Trump could still omit undocumented immigrants from the final census count, affecting the makeup of the House and the distribution of electoral college votes.